Hey, Rich Rising. Hold on, let me try to make this tighter. Haha. Okay, there we go. We got action. Rich Rising. Grand Rising. Good AM to you. It is 9:18 Eastern Standard Time here. I'm about to slide into this 4th hour news on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show. But I want to say good morning to you. How you feeling this morning? How's your head? How's your heart? Hope you're feeling great this morning. Wake up with some excitement about the day. You ever looked up and realized you owe a bill and you didn't realize to the day it was due that you got today to pay it? Yeah, well, that happened. To you, Mike Sterling. So, yeah, that happened. So I got to pay this bill, baby. Don't worry, I'm going to get it paid. I do have some news for you guys. A lot happened yesterday in news. Last night, the FDA approved this booster shot. Now, you've been hearing that there might need to be a booster shot for the coronavirus. And there were a lot of conversations with the CDC and the FDA and trying to figure out what we are supposed to do. Well, they went ahead and approved a booster shot for Pfizer or Moderna coronavirus vaccines for immunocompromised people. So those are people including transplant recipients and cancer patients. Now, there are a lot of decisions regarding masks and vaccines that are being made around the country right now that could affect you. So listen up if you didn't already know. San Francisco and New Orleans will now require proof of vaccinations or a recent negative COVID test in order to get into bars, restaurants, and entertainment venues. So if you in those areas, get ready. That's going to be necessary. Also, Virginia will now require masks for all K through 12 schools. So it doesn't matter. Your baby's in school, needs to put on a mask. In Virginia, it's going to most likely spread to other states. So just listen up to what's happening around you so you know what to prepare for. And then yesterday, the Supreme Court ruled that it's okay for Indiana University to require students to be vaccinated. So that's a big trend you might want to look at and remember, because if you have college students that are out there, if you are in fact a college student, this is just the start of in university, but all that means that other universities are going to follow suit and require the kids are vaccinated for in-person learning. And I say kids, I mean young adults. Now, in other news, the Afghanistan. So Biden decided a while ago to pull the troops out of Afghanistan. There are bombings in Gaza, a lot going on. Now the Taliban has captured 3 more major cities in Afghanistan. The officials say Kabul, which is the capital, could fall within 30 days. So, unlike what Biden said yesterday, like, I'm not changing my mind, he went ahead and changed a little bit of his mind, and the U.S. is now sending 3,000 troops to help with the partial evacuation of U.S. citizens that are in Kabul. Understandable. Also, Census Bureau. Y'all remember that? We did the Census Bureau last year, 2020. Well, the results are in. And data that was released yesterday shows that the U.S. has become more diverse in the past 10 years, which means white people are shrinking. And I don't mean they're getting smaller. I mean there are less of them than were reported prior to. The mixed race of people went from a small number to an astronomical number. So it's making the country more diverse, and white people are no longer going to be the majority. Welcome to the minority. And Amanda Gorman, you guys remember her? She was the poet laureate at the inauguration. Well, she has set up a $10,000 poetry contest for high school students. The contest is a part of a partnership with Penguin Random House, and we'll start taking entries October the 1st. So Penguin Random House, if you have kids, y'all see it on the back of the books. It's a publishing house. So yeah, that's super dope. She was a young poet, a part of a young poet program. Maya Angelou dubbed her at a very young age. And so she passing the baton and keeping this torch lit. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Amanda Gorman. So that's what's going on in the news today. So y'all know. I'm about to do that live in a second. I don't know if you guys saw, but this is a post of this guy who's a large white guy, and he was talking on, I don't know if he did a live, but there was a video of him saying how he's really confused. He had to go to the hospital the other day. His wife has breast cancer, and she ended up having some pains and needed to get fluid drained. So she ended up in the hospital, and she really needed to stay 2 more days than she did. However, hospitals are so jam-packed with COVID patients right now, and not just COVID patients, but terminal COVID patients. 99% of them are unvaccinated. And they basically had to tell the man that him and his wife had to leave, and he had to discharge his wife because there weren't enough rooms and beds in service for those that were there. Yeah. So he goes on and he's like, look, failure to get vaccinated. I'm not telling you to get vaccinated or not to get vaccinated, but for you very pro no vaccination people, why are you in the hospital when you get sick from COVID? Because you didn't trust the hospital's recommendation to not be sick and to get the test or to get the vaccination. So why do you trust the hospital now to cure you from the same thing you said that they didn't know nothing about? Just wondering. Not saying you need to go get vaccinated or you don't. But those that are super, no, I'm not getting vaccinated. Okay. So if you do end up with COVID, do you end up at the same hospital and in the same rooms that you were going to go in and trusting people with the same diseases you said that they wasn't going to be able to fix the first time? I'm just wondering.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rick Smiley Morning Show, 26. 26 after the hour. Y'all, the segment's being brought to you by Indeed. That's right, with Indeed Instant Match. Just sponsor a post and immediately receive a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit. Got your front page right here. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. So last night, the FDA approved a booster shot of the Pfizer or Moderna coronavirus vaccines for immunocompromised people, including transplant recipients and cancer patients. Now, decisions regarding masks and vaccines are being made around the country that could eventually affect you. So listen up. San Francisco and New Orleans will now require proof of vaccination or a recent negative COVID test in order to get into bars, restaurants, and entertainment venues. Virginia will now require masks in all K through 12 schools. And yesterday, the Supreme Court ruled that it was okay for Indiana University to require students to be vaccinated for in-school classes. Now, in other news, the Taliban has captured 3 more major cities in Afghanistan, and officials say Kabul, the capital, could fall within 30 days. So the U.S. is now sending 3,000 troops to help with a partial evacuation of U.S. citizens that are in Kabul. Meanwhile, the Census Bureau data released yesterday shows that the U.S. has become more diverse in the last 10 years. And last but not least, you guys might remember this young lady named Amanda Gorn. She's the youngest poet we all remember from President Biden's inauguration. Well, right. She has set up a $10,000 poetry contest for high school students. The contest is a part of a partnership with Penguin Random House and will start taking entries on October 1st. So parents, if you have amazing students out there and kids are writing poems, go ahead and enter them into winning this contest. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the RickySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Let's start off talking about congratulating Kawhi Leonard. Man, he signs his 4-year, $176 million contract to stay with the Los Angeles Clippers. Yes, indeedy, man. So congrats on that, homie.
It's the cornrows. It's the cornrows.
He is never going to cut them cornrows until he retire. And he probably still won't cut them bad boys. NFL action in preseason yesterday, man. Rick, we may have a quarterback controversy brewing up out there in New England. Not really a controversy, man, because I really think Cam Newton is mentally in the next phase of his life, and he understands whether he gets the starting job or not, he's still going to be a good teammate. Between him and rookie quarterback Mac Jones out of Alabama, they both played well yesterday in the game, but Mac looked pretty doggone good. I must say, he looked real good. I mean,
damn, Rock, why you ain't text me, bro?
You didn't watch it, bro? Come on, man.
No.
Yeah, I figured you would be the first one sitting in front of the doggone TV watching that, man.
I didn't even know that game was on.
Cam Newton's probably going to get the starting position start the season. Then it's going to depend on his performance whether Mac
I could have watched. I'm sitting up there watching a rerun of My 600-Pound Life, man, and the dude going out there getting popsicles for breakfast, popsicle truck, come to the damn man house and for breakfast before he eat breakfast, and he got a
a bomb pop.
No, he got the little the one, the Haagen-Dazs almonds.
Oh, okay.
Almond dipped in chocolate. He was getting those. Everyone, he had a running bill with the ice cream truck. So I was sitting up there watching that when I could have been watching the games. Sitting up there watching him eat all that. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Hey, man, my last story. Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson, he fed up with all the media cameras following him around practice every day. He's like, listen, quote, why y'all always filming me? It's the same word that rhymes with armpit. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it has something to do with the sexual misconduct accusations from more than 20 women who claim that you crossed the line during the massage appointments. Maybe it has something to do with that. He currently listed as fourth string quarterback on the depth chart. He's been asking for a trade. Man, listen.
They got him at fourth string?
Well, come on, man. He got these allegations until everything is confirmed.
Right, but he can't play no more?
I mean, Houston Texans don't want that smoke. They trying to say, hey, because the NFL hasn't penalized him yet. They haven't punished him yet because they're waiting on the investigation to be finalized. So I guess the Houston Texans are just saying, okay, well, we just going to go ahead and just play the safe route. Plus, he don't want to be in Houston. He's already he said he want to be traded. So if you want to be traded and you don't want to be here, why are we going to list you as our starting quarterback? You ain't all the way mentally locked in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just my thoughts, man. We got the Bratton Hotspot coming up right now.